Welcome, everybody. This is so exciting. I'm Barbara Rendelman, Associate Professor of Life and Physical Science. I am Grand Marshal for this ceremony. I'd like to welcome you to the Ivy Tech Community College Commencement Ceremony celebrating the class of 2020 and 2021. Woo! Now, please stand as you are able for the national anthem. You may now be seated. It is now my honor to introduce Ivy Tech Community College Chancellor Daniela Vidal.
Welcome and good afternoon, or actually we're afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your great day. Finally, we're here. Thank you for being with us in this most important event. I would like to also recognize our Grand Marshal for this ceremony, Barbara Rendelman. Barbara is serving as the Grand Marshal today because she earned the President's Award for Excellence in Instruction last year, which is the highest academic award given at Ivy Tech Regional Campus. Big round of applause for Barbara. Well deserved. We wanted to honor her this year as we celebrated both graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. Barbara, please accept our congratulations and sincere appreciation as you continue your service to the. I would also like to recognize April Fellinger, Nursing Program Chair, who was recognized as the 2021 President's Award for Excellence in Instruction. April, you want to stand? Woo. April will serve as Grand Marshal for next year's ceremony. To you, the chair of Ivy Tech Community College, Evansville Campus Board of Trustees. With us today is Liz Whitty. We extend to you our sincere appreciation for your ongoing commitment and support.
I know this has been a year of many ups and downs and challenges along the way, but you did it. All of you who had in-person classes had to switch from classes on campus to classes in front of a screen, sometimes connecting to Wi-Fi wherever you could. Many of you actually finished your spring classes last year during the summer with labs in the Completion Academy. Some of you may have also lost jobs and had to find ways to put food on the table and finish your classes, while many of you are among the essential workers in our community who, when the rest of us were quarantined in our homes, were doing the work needed out in the world, and you still found a way to finish your degree. Your perseverance through this adversity is a life lesson that no one can ever take away from you and will only serve to strengthen you in the future.
This is another great year for Ivy Tech Community College. Tonight, we celebrate the achievements of more than 2,400 graduates from the classes of 2020 and 2021. Among these graduates, there's over 400 students who are earning their Indiana College Core, which we call Start as a Sophomore, because now they can enter college of their choice with sophomore status, saving thousands of dollars. We also have 183 students who earn their degree or credential while attending the early college high school. Early colleges in our region include the EVSCs on our main campus and Tell City and Perry Central's high school. There are also 550 apprentices from our local unions who are among our graduates at Ivy Tech. We also have students who have earned nearly 140 college credentials or degrees with the benefit of tuition reimbursement from their employers in our Achieve Your Degree program. With these students, please stand as you're able and be recognized. In our early college, AYD, Indiana College Core. Do we have any students with us today? Thank you. In total, students in 2020 earned 1,888 certificates. Wow, that's impressive. Technical certificates and associate's degrees. And 2019 in 2021. Now that's a great occasion for applause. This is wonderful. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our State Trustee, Andrew Wilson. Andrew is in his 4th year as our State Trustee, representing the Evansville region, which includes Vanderburgh, Warwick, Posey, Gibson, Spencer, Perry, Du Bois, Davies, Pike, and Knox counties. Thank you so much for your support and commitment to Ivy Tech and our students before you. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to also thank the individuals who have made this commencement possible, our outstanding faculty and staff who have instructed and guided this graduating class. Please stand as you're able and celebrate together this great event. Now, I'm really, really excited to be here today and to see all of you in the flesh. No, not in a Zoom box like we've been doing for so long. As you may know, I became Chancellor of Ivy Tech on March 16th of last year. So we were out on an extended spring break, and by the end of that week, we shut down the building and went home until July. And even when we came back, the building was halfway empty. So I've been leading this community college for over a year and hardly have seen any of you in person in the flesh. So yes, I can tell you I am very excited to be here today and see all of you. So now let me be the very first one to take your picture as a graduate. This is such a big moment for all of us. For many of you, and even for some of your families, this might be a first. And first, especially in something as important and significant as this day, is something that just stays imprinted in our memories and our souls forever. Today, I'm also sharing a first with you, as this is my very first in-person commencement as Chancellor of Ivy Tech. So just as you're here with your families, my family will be joining us in our third ceremony. I didn't want to make them come to all three, but they will be joining on our third ceremony of the day and sharing with me and you as well. I strongly believe that it is very important to celebrate this moment with our families and friends and loved ones. And that is why we decided to do the 3 ceremonies, because we weren't sure what the regulations were going to be by now. And we really wanted to ensure that you were able to bring your guests and loved ones and celebrate together. They're an important part of your success, just as my family is an important part of why I'm here today. So even though today is all about you, what you have accomplished, how you have persevered, the sacrifices, the long nights, the Zoom fatigue, I'm really sure your family also have Zoom fatigue of being in class with you as you were doing it at home. So we also want to celebrate their support and what you have shared and sacrificed together to make it to this point. We want to celebrate in the community and with the community. That is who we are. It is our core. It's part of our name. We're different from other types of institutions where many students come from other places and after they graduate, they go somewhere else. Most of you live here, work here, your families are here, and you're most likely staying here. We know that about 93% of Ivy Tech graduates stay in Indiana. And that's what makes us one big Ivy Tech family. We come together to celebrate. We did it. You and us, our brave faculty, our dedicated staff. We made it through persevering and conquering the most challenging year in recent history. We also want to acknowledge and keep in our hearts those that didn't make it through this year. So as you close this meaningful chapter in your life and get ready for your next phase, I would like to ask of you 3 things. The first is to seek professional excellence. You have invested time, money, sweat, tears, so much to get to this point and earn this accomplishment that you've earned today. Something that might change the course of your life and maybe the course of your family's life. So make the most of it, cultivating a strong work ethic, continuing to seek growth and lifelong learning, and wherever you go, whether it's work or additional education, to strive to make a difference. Make sure that wherever you land at, make it better than how you found it. We are seeing a very important shift in the way employers are hiring after COVID-19. It has really forced our employers to rethink and find new talent in new ways. So the case for hiring from community college is stronger than ever. And you can help solidify this shift by demonstrating the quality of professionals that you are. Whether you have earned a certificate, a technical certificate, or an associate's degree, our local business or industries are excited to see you have the skills that they need in the jobs that they have available. Second, I would ask you to pay it forward. I am sure that each and every one of you has received some sort of support and help as you made it through today. Whether it's from family, friends, some words of encouragement, some nudging, or from our a mentor, or even our donors as you have received scholarships. So I just ask you to do the same for others. Sometimes it may be just a word of support as you have colleagues that are still in the programs, maybe some advice, some nudging as well, or be yourselves a mentor, or even consider contributing financially towards scholarships or student support. Just help others change their lives and achieve their potential, just like you have achieved today. And finally, just continue to make us proud. Take the Ivy Tech name wherever you go. We are a family now. Wear our name like a badge of honor. But most importantly, take the Ivy Tech spirit to the next phase of your career, whatever that may be. Through your own example, show others what a great place this is. This is a place full of amazing stories, your own, like the students who have graduated from college before graduated from high school, or those that have taken advantage of classes in Tell City and Princeton and have earned a workforce certificate to better prepare your careers. Or the mother who drove hundreds of miles to be here today with her daughter as she graduates and to receive her own degree from Ivy Tech as well. Congratulations to Julia and Kaylor. Ivy Tech just gives hope and opportunity to many that thought this was a dream outside of their reach. We all need to tell our stories and wear our name proudly because we are Ivy Tech. Congratulations, graduates. May these be the beginning of many more things to come. Now, I would like to introduce to you Chris Lowry, Senior Vice President of Workforce, Careers, and Adult Strategy at Ivy Tech Systems Office. Chris provides overall leadership of Ivy Tech workforce and career initiatives. He develops deep collaborative partnerships with state and federal workforce and economic development organizations, private sector organizations, business associations, and other groups who pursue workforce and economic development and training solutions for Indiana. Chris?
Well, good afternoon. It is so nice to see all of you in person, in this place. It's great to be with you. Members of the graduating class of 2021, families, friends, trustees, faculty and staff, Chancellor Vidal, and distinguished guests, we are delighted to welcome you today as we celebrate the accomplishments of all of the 2020 and 2021 Ivy Tech Community College graduates. Graduates, congratulations on this great accomplishment. It is a humbling experience for me to be able to address you, our graduates, on this special day, especially considering this past year. You have put in the work. You have remained focused. You have juggled life, jobs, family, other commitments, and those things that can sometimes impede progress and success. Many of you faced these obstacles and you persevered. You are here today and you are the ones. You are the ones we celebrate and to whom we look now for leadership and inspiration. In contemplating this address, you, the graduates, were naturally at the center of my thoughts. That said, my thoughts about you extend beyond the successes we celebrate today to the broader impact you can have as you go forward from this moment in place. You see, you really are the ones. You're the ones who can improve not only your own circumstances with this educational accomplishment, but the circumstances of those around you, in your families, your circle of friends, your coworkers, and in your communities. Graduates and guests, today, Indiana stands at a very interesting crossroads. Not the one that recognizes our highways and interstate system, but one that relates to the robust growth in our economy and the inability for employers to find enough qualified employees to hire. Our unemployment rate as a state is again below 4%. It's good news, but not for everyone. In addition, Indiana is ranked #1 in regulatory environment and in the top 10 in terms of taxation and business growth climate. However, today, thousands of jobs are going unfilled in Indiana because employers cannot find enough qualified workers. Our state needs more work from a workforce readiness standpoint. Over half of those jobs require education and training credentials beyond a high school diploma, but less than a 4-year degree. That translates to industry certifications, technical certificates, associate degrees. The educational accomplishments we celebrate today with you, our graduates, are those that you have achieved and which employers are seeking. Your value in the employment market has increased as of today, whether you are going directly into the workforce or continuing your educational journey. Reality is that your educational accomplishments that are being celebrated today will serve you well, not just today or this week, but well into the future. You are qualified to help fill those thousands of open jobs. Through your challenges and triumphs, you have likely had the love and support of those around you. And I am sure you have many people to thank. Please do so. The commencement ceremony is also a testament to those folks. They had faith in you, and they supported you. The people who have encouraged you along the way and are closest to you, I believe, deserve a little show of appreciation today. With this in mind, we would like to ask all of the family and friends who are with the graduates today to please stand for just a moment so that we can recognize you and thank you for the support you have provided these graduates on their journeys. Family and friends, please, it's your moment. Thank you. Beyond and in addition to your own personal accomplishments, graduates, we ask that you become a voice to others to increase their own level of educational and training accomplishments in order to fill and grow into jobs that are and will be in high demand. If you know someone who is seeking a job, better job, or a career, encourage that person to seek new training and educational opportunities in a high-wage, high-demand area. You literally have the power and influence to not only fill the good, well-paying jobs going on unfilled today, you can be that person who helps change the working trajectory of someone about whom you care. As Chancellor Vidal said, pay it forward. Graduates, again, on behalf of Ivy Tech Community College, congratulations. Your accomplishments have prepared you well and now serve as an example to others. We are counting on you because you are the ones who will take our state and her people forward to a new day. Ivy Tech Community College graduates, we honor your accomplishments with full ceremony and with great pride. A personal note, these events are the best thing I get to do each year. That is to watch each of you walk across and receive this recognition. It's been a privilege to be with all of you today. Again, on behalf of Ivy Tech Community College, please accept our and my heartfelt congratulations upon what I believe you will look back and realize is one of the greatest days of your lives. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Kelly Cozart, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs for the college, and I would like to also recognize some very special graduates. Our Students Taking Academic Responsibility, or STAR, program assists students who have had challenges. And tonight, I'm proud to announce that we have 15 students from the STAR program participating. You know who you are? Would you like to stand? You're shy. I would also like to recognize the outstanding graduates of the classes of 2020 and 2021. These graduates were chosen by faculty on the basis of leadership, scholarship, achievement, and service to the college and community. Will the STAR graduates, I'm going to give you another chance, will the STAR graduates, the 2020 and 2021 outstanding graduates, please stand as you are able and be recognized. "33% of our graduates with us at commencement have a 3.5. I'm going to say that again, 3.5 GPA or higher. And 5% of those here are graduating summa cum laude with a 4.0 GPA. Yeah. These honor graduates wear gold honor cords. Honor graduates wearing gold stoles are members of the Phi Theta Kappa or Kappa Beta Delta International Honor Societies. Individuals wearing blue and gold cords are those students who were in the Taking Hoosiers to the Next Level cohort this past year. Will these graduates please stand as you are able and be recognized? Congratulations.
And now, I would like to welcome Erica Schmidt, Executive Director of the Ivy Tech Foundation, who will be presenting the Distinguished Alumni Award.
We now would like to recognize someone who is a familiar face to many in this community. Often seen rolling a giant tractor tire to raise awareness and funding for cancer, DeAndre Wilson is a 2017 graduate of Ivy Tech and holds an Associate of Applied Science degree in Hospitality Administration, as well as certificates in Hospitality and Culinary. And now, he is receiving the 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award. DeAndre is an entrepreneur who is working in many capacities in our community. He is involved in fitness training with customers of ChamFit Studios and is beginning his third business, the Bedford Collab, a space for foodpreneurs to lease, to grow, and launch their own businesses. He was recently awarded the Evansville Rotary 20 Under 40 Award, as well as recognized by News for You, and was a recipient of the Hometown Hero Award and Leadership Everyone Daryl Braglin Award. DeAndre, will you join us, please?
Our commencement address will be given by Daniel Lopez, Vice President of External Affairs and Corporate Communications for Pacers Sports and Entertainment. Prior to his work with the Pacers, he served as Chief of Staff and Senior Vice President for Strata Education Network, Deputy Chief of Staff to Governor Eric Holcomb, and Chief of Staff to then Lieutenant Governor Holcomb. He also was State Director for United States Senator Dan Coe.
Administrators, parents, friends, siblings, mentors, and most importantly, graduates. It's a true honor to be with you today, and thank you all for allowing me to share this wonderful moment, albeit virtually. Today is such a special day for all of you, not only because it's the culmination of all the late nights and the long days, the cram sessions, and after-work sprints to make it to class, the struggle of balancing work life, home life, demands of a college education. All of that certainly makes this special, don't get me wrong. But to me, it's the generational change that a college education represents that means the most. Many of you have changed the very trajectory of your families, the lives of your siblings, your parents, your children, and your grandchildren. But before I digress too far on that path, I want to affirm how incredibly fortunate we are to have an institution like Ivy Tech in our state. You know, Indiana has an amazing network of colleges and universities, large ones and small ones. That is one of the reasons, ultimately maybe the main reason, that we punch well above our weight economically. And Ivy Tech is a big, big piece of that. The largest singly accredited statewide community college system in our country. During my time working alongside Governor Holcomb, that's one thing I heard over and over again from my colleagues in other states, and I can't tell you the number of times I was with the governor when he heard it from his counterpart. The advantage that an institution like Ivy Tech gives us, the immense talent that it produces, all of you, people just like you that will drive our economy forward into the future, is truly the envy of 49 other states. That's not an overstatement. And not only should we all be proud of Ivy Tech, but all of you should be proud to be graduates. So I've thought long and hard about what I could say that would be inspiring and meaningful, because ultimately that's what this is about, isn't it? It's my job to impart some nugget of wisdom that you'll remember for the next 50 years and always reflect upon as you make life-altering decisions. Well, my epiphany in preparing for this speech was that that's a really, really hard thing to do. Let me rephrase that. It's easy to say it, it's really hard to make it meaningful. And I guess in some ways, there's an analogy to be made with your own experiences. Thousands and thousands of people start the journey that you complete here today. Very few make it to the finish line the way you have. Because starting is easy. In Indiana, we make it easy, but it's hard to finish. And what's more, you did it during a pandemic. You've had changing circumstances, new curveballs thrown your way, and you persevered, and you overcame, and you got to the finish line. Now, the natural inclination will inevitably be for all of you to be remembered as the COVID class. I don't like that. I see that constantly now. We have COVID birthdays, we have COVID babies. Basically, anything you can have in a normal year, people have slapped COVID to the front of as a qualifier for just how difficult it is. And while some elements of this will always be undeniably COVID, the ceremony, for instance, I hope you resist the urge to use that qualifier, because that's really my first nugget. Don't ever let yourself be defined by the challenges that you've faced. Define yourself by the successes you've earned and by the person that you are, and demand that others do the same. You are college graduates. That's a title that fewer than half of Americans can claim. You are not the COVID class. And as you consider the endless possibilities that lay before you, the opportunities that more than half of your peers simply won't have, that's an incredibly important thing. I've recently spent a great deal of time watching old Westerns, old John Ford films, and I know most of you probably don't know who John Ford is, unless you're really into old movies. But he was a director who essentially created this mythology that came to be known as the Wild West. He created this uniquely American, larger-than-life, and certainly fictional character of the cowboy. And while these films have rightly become controversial for their portrayals of Native Americans and the way they clearly romanticize accounts of what were really grueling, really brutal times, watching these films again did cause me to consider a number of important parallels for some of the challenges our nation faces today, and more importantly, the roles that all of us and all of you as college graduates have in building America. You know, the American frontier was forged by ordinary people with extraordinary drive, people who could not only look out into their futures and see opportunity, but who had the conviction and the character to make it reality. Today, we're faced with a very different frontier. It's a frontier dominated by brains, not brawn, one that will require the leaders of tomorrow to not only have this sheer force of will, but a complex skill set and tremendous preparation, the kind of preparation you're getting here at Ivy Tech and that transition is happening so rapidly, and it's happening in every single industry. Some of you will just be starting out your professional lives, and some of you are no doubt right in the middle of it. But it's safe to say that every step along your careers from here on out will require far more of you than any generation before you. The needs of every single industry have evolved, and gone are the days when we can simply rely on low-skilled labor to meet the demands of the economy. So I've often said that a strong back and real grit will absolutely be as valuable tomorrow as they were 150 years ago, but unlike at any other time in our history, the future is going to belong to those who can harness technology, problem solve, and who can lead. And it's like the governor likes to say, we're so much closer to 2050 than we are to 1950. And the scary part is that our nation is in the middle of this true existential crisis. There is considerable doubt on the part of many Americans and people really across the world as to whether we have the drive to see that next frontier and to go get it and to conquer it. And each and every one of you, to me, are living proof that we absolutely have the wherewithal as a nation to develop the kind of talent we need to lead this world through the new century. So that's my second nugget. The degree that's conferred upon you today, the very skills and the preparation that you have earned through your hard work, have equipped you to help build the kind of economic future for our nation that delivers on the promise of America's greatness for you, but also for all of those that come behind. This is bigger than you. The future must be about how we can use the skills we have developed to build something better for all of us. And the next frontier is going to be forged by people with the skills to seize it, to capitalize upon it, and to make it work for a greater purpose. You are all those people. Finally, I leave you where I started. I've had the incredible opportunity to have done some very cool things in my professional life. I've been in the rooms where some of the most impactful long-term decisions facing our state have been made, helped make the policy that has changed generations of lives. That's something I'm extremely proud of. Now I work for a professional sports team, and I get to look behind the curtain and how organizations like ours are actually run. But I've got this one photo that I keep in my office. It's a photo that genuinely makes me emotional every time I look at it. It's a black and white photo of me. I'm on my cell phone. I'm in my office back when I was chief of staff to the lieutenant governor. And I'm with my son, and he's almost 3 in that photo. And he was with me at the office that day. And I'm looking down at him, made a conversation, and he's looking back up at me. He's got my landline to his ear, and he's mirroring me talking on the phone. And he's smiling the smile of a child that's full of love, wonder, respect, and admiration. And every time that I'm tired or I'm frustrated or I'm questioning my abilities, I look at that photo and I remember why all of this matters. The effort that I make, things that I work to accomplish matter to me because they matter to my son, whether he knows it or not, and they inspire him to aspire to great. You all have accomplished something great. And to me, the real greatness of what you have accomplished is that you have proven to those who will come after you that hard work pays off. You've proven that sacrifice is worth it, that prioritizing is necessary and challenging, but in the end, it's worth it. And that the frustration that comes with the pursuit of anything that is hard work is worth it. The gift you have given yourselves through your hard work pales in comparison to the invaluable gift that you have given generations that are going to follow you. And I know that at some point in the future, those who you have inspired will demonstrate that back to you with interest. So with that, congratulations again to all of you for this amazing accomplishment, and a big congratulations to all who have had a hand in helping you get here. This is a day I hope you won't soon forget, and I wish you the very best as you write the subsequent chapters of your incredibly exciting. And thank you so much for allowing me to be.
It is with great pleasure that I present today an Ivy Tech honorary degree to David Gunn. David is an individual who has been committed to Ivy Tech Community College for many years. And even when he no longer worked in an official capacity for the college, he continued to be a strong advocate. David was critical in raising a variety of funds over the 9 years he served on the Ivy Tech Board of Trustees. He and his wife, Ann, launched and co-chaired our first ever gala, This is Ivy Tech, which continued for 7 years, raising more than $600,000. David focused much of his time on the board, engaging legislative representatives and industry in the rebranding of Ivy Tech as more than a technical college. He worked hand in hand with then Chancellor David Shank on the rebuilding of the college and many programs that stand still today. David was also critical in the transition from Chancellor Shank's long tenure at Ivy Tech to the chancellor to follow, Jonathan Weinsapper. David remains an active advocate for Ivy Tech. If you look closely, you might find him still wearing Ivy Tech swag in the. David, please come join us.
Now we have come to the focal point of this ceremony, the conferring of degrees and certificates.
At this time, the candidates for Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, and Associate of Applied Science degrees, and the candidates for technical certificates and certificates, please stand as you are able and remain standing. That's everybody. Stay standing. These candidates have fulfilled the requirements for the appropriate degree or certificate and are recommended by the faculty for the conferring of those degrees and certificates.
Exercising the authority of the State Board of Trustees, legally vested by the people of Indiana through the General Assembly and the Governor, and delegated by the trustees to the President and her team, and recognizing your nomination by the faculty and with the approval of the administration for having successfully completed the prescribed courses of study, I now confer upon each of you the appropriate degrees and certificates with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereof. Congratulations, graduates.
Please be seated and prepare to receive your degrees. From the Frank L. Hilton, MD, School of Health Sciences, Healthcare Specialist, Deborah K. Atkinson, cum laude, outstanding graduate. Trevor Betts. Lindsay A. Carney. Jennifer M. Clay, cum laude, outstanding graduate. Sydney Cozart. Vanessa Renee Faulkner. Magna cum laude. Ravina Hajari. Angela Renee Dickman. Allison Jordan, summa cum laude. Madeline Marie Kelly, cum laude. Ashley Letzinger. Jessica A. Mahon, magna cum laude. Leona L. Mitchell. Catherine Marie Moore, cum laude. Alexis Nicole Morrison. Hannah Alufumaleo Moses. Michael Richardson. Jessica Dawn Reidner. Angela Marie Salee. Caitlin Renee Seib. Latashan Shelby. Latasha Marie Waddy. Yolanda L. Word. From the Medical Assisting Program, Courtney M. Carr, cum laude. Sarah J. Cavins. Melissa Claridge, cum laude. Amber Miles. Shannon Morrow. Amanda Nellis, magna cum laude. Becky Lynn Roberson. Heather Rose. Kendra E. Shoy Hutchison. Caitlin Sharp. Alexandria Leanne Smith, cum laude. Kristen Sugg. Lexi White. Samantha M. Wilderman. Jordan M. York. Bobby Phillips. Sarah Deckard. Janila Henderson. Caitlin Bell. From the Paramedic Science Program, Patrick Jean Berryhill, cum laude, outstanding graduate. Brittany Gates. Nicholas Tyler Gray. Ashley Harper. Paul E. Merritt. Derek Ray Owens, summa cum laude. Amy Revlett. Janelle Renee Sheridan. Mary Rochelle Williams. Jolie Yeazer. From the Surgical Technology program, Julia Christine Cox. Miranda L. Durnell. Ellie Lynn Eaton, cum laude, outstanding graduate. Ashley Ray Gideon. Kiara Raquel Lynn Lewis. Chris Mackey. Priscilla M. Martinez. April Dawn Peterson. Cecilia Elizabeth Watson. Atreyu J. Wright. From the Therapeutic Massage Program, Julie Lynn Borasa, magna cum laude, outstanding graduate. From the Barbara J. Hilton, RN, School of Nursing, the nursing program, Mackenzie Lane Blankenberger. Michelle Callis. Olivia Jean Church. Amy Jo Dixon, cum laude. Natalie Ekman. Christina Danielle Lenfers, cum laude, outstanding graduate. Carrie Christine Leffler, magna cum laude. Lauren Ann Martin, magna cum laude. Triana Josette McKinley. Daniel Edward Miller. Taylor Nicole Perry. Karen Michelle Sloan. Shayla Marie Sweeney, cum laude. Deidre Ann Wright, cum laude.
On behalf of Ivy Tech Community College, I would like to say congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021. You should be very, very proud of your achievement. It is now my pleasure to introduce Patrick Berryhill, the 2021 Outstanding Student for Paramedic Service, presented by Fifth Third Bank. Patrick?
Welcome, distinguished guests, family, faculty, and graduates. Together, we have surmounted hurdles we could never have imagined when each of us set out on our journeys. We have managed to utilize innovation, ingenuity, and perseverance to succeed through the most trying of circumstances. These challenges will no doubt serve us well in our path to the future, proving that no matter how disadvantaged, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to. In addition to the trials we have endured, I believe a moment of recognition is in order for our leaders, instructors, and families. Given the hand that has been dealt, all present have risen to excellence, and a special thanks must go to the instructors and loved ones who aided in seeing our goals come to fruition in spite of such amazing challenges. Graduates, we are each here because of our dedication not only to our dreams, but our commitment to service. Make no mistake, as graduates of healthcare programs, we have each committed ourselves to a career in the most important service industry of all. If there is one lesson I have learned, it's that my job is simply to serve others. The instances where I solely provided the treatment that saved someone's life in a critical moment are few and far between. Stories that make for good TV drama will be rare when compared to the overwhelming normality of the daily care that you provide your patients. However, that is where your true service can shine. My tenure in healthcare has privileged me with many opportunities. While I served on a patient advocate committee, I was given a small pin to wear on my hospital badge. That pin came with a story that resonates with me to this day. A man is walking along a beach after a storm, and the beach is covered in starfish blown in on the surge and stranded, sure to die. As he walks, he begins to pick up and toss these creatures back into the waves one. Another man comes along and comments, "What's the point? Can't save enough to make a difference." The first man nods his head, thinks for a moment, before tossing the starfish back into the surf. Looking at the other man, he said simply, "I made a difference for that one." It's not the great saves, the trauma survivors, or even the complex surgical successes that will define your career or your practice. It will be the everyday, mundane, oft complaining and never satisfied hordes of daily practice that will test your true compassion. It will be the way in which you interact with the downtrodden, the way you educate your patients and yourselves, or speak up for those who feel they have no voice or hope. Your defining moments will be quiet and private. Most important care we provide is not found in medications or advanced procedures. Most important care any of us will ever be able to provide is a smile, or holding the hand of a patient as they confess how scared they are. It will be providing the quality of service to others we would expect given to ourselves and to our family. Maya Angelou said it perhaps the most poignantly. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. People will never forget how you made them. Thank you. Best wishes to each of you as you step forward and take up the mantles you have chosen. Graduates, please stand. Please stand and move your tassels from right to left. Now please turn and face your family and friends. Honored guests, I now present to you the Ivy Tech Community College classes of 2020 and 2021.
Graduates, if you wish, you may be seated now, unless you want to keep standing. Let me be the first to congratulate all of the graduates of the class of 2020 and 2021. You guys did it. I hope this event has been inspiring and a memorable occasion for all of you. I know it has been for me and all the faculty, staff, and administration of Ivy Tech. Graduates, now, please stay in your row until released by a faculty member. Friends and family, please remember your graduate will meet you after the ceremony outside, after they exit the building, somewhere out there. Now, family and friends in the audience, I know you're excited, but please remain seated until all of the graduates have left the floor And this concludes the 2021 Ivy Tech Community College Commencement Ceremony. Woo!